Jake Tapper explains his theory of college activism.
It has to do with an academic theology of oppressor and oppressed.
Yes.
If you only look at the world as oppressor versus oppressed, you then have to choose in a conflict, this group is the oppressor, this group is the oppressed.
Yeah, super academic. It would be super academic to say, yep, there's only oppressor and oppressed. And, you know, whatever happens to the oppressor, fuck it. Yeah, super academic. Let me tell you, anytime in my academic studies that we have gone over, like, conflicts or, you know, like, historical periods of strife, most of the coverage gave a lot of license to the oppressing class that would justify their oppression. That would justify, like, their actions. Academia is always given a little bit of leg room. Yeah, you little zoomers, it's complicated. I can tell you exactly where you got this from, the fuckers watching PragerU. Not even. This is the stupid person's idea of a smart take. All of these colleges are educating people to think that everything is just oppressor versus oppressed. First of all, yeah, there is a dichotomy of power. There are those who have power and those who do not have power. Like, that simple statement is true. How those with power get it and what that power manifests as, that varies. That's where the academic analysis goes in. But if you think, oh, well, they're just teaching people like oppressor, oppressed. First of all, I wish we did more of that. I wish we would teach more of that. If only those, you know, academic courses would talk about class instead of just historically marginalized people being marginalized just because, you know, bad people wanted power.
The Israeli-Palestinian conflict, the Israelis are made to be the oppressor, the Palestinians the oppressed, and on and on and on. And that's part of what's going on at Harvard, that theology, that way of looking at the world.
God, he's so fucking stupid. Like, this is no different than a Fox News segment. Well, these college campuses, they're just teaching everybody that, you know, there's only oppressor and oppressed. Maybe there's something wrong with the culture of the oppressed, you know? Maybe they're just criminals, right? Good quote from Arun's stream that defines the difference between leftists and libs' belief on oppression. If a larger country oppresses a smaller country, I'll stand with a smaller country. If the smaller country has a majoritarian religion that oppresses minority religions, I'll stand with the minority religion. If the minority religion has caste and one caste oppresses another caste, I'll stand with the caste being oppressed. In the oppressed caste, if an employer oppresses his employee, I'll stand with the employee. If the employee goes home and oppresses his wife, I'll stand with that woman. Overall, oppression is my enemy. Yep, like that's all there is to it. I often repeat this, but I do not critique the table manners of starving people. I think that is an excellent principle to operate off of because you will always find yourself vindicated. History will absolve you. Oppression is the enemy. Capitalism is the enemy. Racism is the enemy. Like, whatever oppressive structure it is, that is your enemy.